Hello, welcome to the CEO DGN La YouTube channel. Current Affairs Mega Series MCQs 25 Question and Answers of 2020 edition. This is highly useful for SSC, Railways, RBI, SBI, IBPS, Nabard, and all competitive exams.
First one. The Gaganyaan mission is scheduled for launch in which year? The options are A. 2021, B. 2022, C. 2023, D. 2024. Second one. Which among the following states will provide free internet access to the poor? The options are A. Madhya Pradesh, B. Karnataka, C. Kerala, D. Goa. First one. The Gaganyaan mission is scheduled for launch in which year? The answer is B. 2022. The Gaganyaan mission was announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi during his Independence Day address in August 2018. The mission aims to take Indian astronauts to space on board Gaganyaan by 2022. It will be the first human mission indigenously developed by ISRO. Second one. Which among the following states will provide free internet access to the poor? The answer is C. Kerala. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has announced that Kerala Fibre Optic Network Project KFON project that will provide free internet access to the poor will roll out by December 2020. Third one. Which nation has passed a controversial national security law? The options are A. Nepal, B. China, C. Pakistan, D. India. Fourth one. Music composer Wajid Khan of Sajid Wajid music duo passed away early morning on June 1st, 2020. The brothers had made their Bollywood debut in which among the following Salman Khan films? The options are A. Hello Brother, B. Mujhse Shaadi Karogi, C. Dabang, D. Pyar Kiya To Darna Kya. Third one. Which nation has passed a controversial national security law? The answer is B. China. The Chinese Parliament on June 30, 2020 passed the controversial national security law for Hong Kong. The new security law will criminalize offences such as secession, subversion against the central Chinese government, terrorism, and colluding with foreign forces. Fourth one. Music composer Wajid Khan of Sajid Wajid music duo passed away early morning on June 1st, 2020. The brothers had made their Bollywood debut in which among the following Salman Khan films? The answer is D. Pyar Kiya To Darna Kya. Bollywood music composer brothers Sajid Khan and Wajid Khan had made their Bollywood debut with Salman Khan's hit film Pyar Kiya To Darna Kya in 1998. Wajid Khan began his career as a singer with Salman Khan's starrer partner in 2008. Fifth one. Which Indian port trust has been renamed as Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Port Trust? The options are A. Kolkata Port Trust, B. Paradip Port Trust, C. Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust, D. Visakhapatnam Port Trust. Sixth one. When will the 93rd Oscars be held? The options are A. April 2021, B. March 2021, C. May 2021, D. December 2021. Fifth one, which Indian port trust has been renamed as Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Port Trust? The answer is A. Kolkata Port Trust. The central government on June 3rd approved to rename the Kolkata Port Trust as Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Port Trust. The Kolkata port is the first major port and the only riverine port in India. On October 17, 1870, it came to be governed by a trust on the appointment of the Commissioners for the Improvement of the Port of Calcutta as per Act 5 of 1870. Sixth one, when will the 93rd Oscars be held? The answer is A. April 2021. The Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences and the ABC television network on June 15th announced that the 93rd Oscars has been postponed and will now be held on April 25th, 2021. The prestigious Academy Award was earlier scheduled to be held on February 28th, 2021. Seventh one, the Cabinet approved extension in the term of Rohini Commission till when? The options are A. March 2021, B. December 2020, C. January 2021, D. May 2021. Eighth one, which state has launched Project Platina, world's largest convalescent plasma therapy trial? The options are A. Delhi, B. Maharashtra, C. Karnataka, D. Kerala. Seventh one, the Cabinet approved extension in the term of Rohini Commission till when? The answer is C. January 2021. Justice Rohini Commission set up to examine the issue of the subcategorization of other backward classes has gotten its ninth extension for 6 months till January 31st, 2021. The Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi approved the extension of the term of the Commission. Eighth one, which state has launched Project Platina, world's largest convalescent plasma therapy trial? The answer is B. Maharashtra. Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray on June 29, 2020 launched Project Platina, world's largest convalescent plasma therapy trial to treat severe COVID-19 patients. The entire plasma therapy treatment will be free of cost for all patients of Maharashtra. All critical patients will receive 2 doses of 200 ml of convalescent plasma. Ninth one, when was World Day Against Child Labour observed? The options are A. June 11th, B. June 10th, C. June 12th, D. June 9th. 10th one, which country's economy shrunk by record 20.4% in April? The options are A. Spain, B. US, C. Italy, D. UK. Ninth one, when was World Day Against Child Labour observed? The answer is C. June 12th. The World Day Against Child Labour was observed on June 12, 2020. The day's theme this year is COVID-19, Protect Children from Child Labour now more than ever, which aims to focus on the impact of crisis on child labour. 10th one, which country's economy shrunk by record 20.4% in April? The answer is option D, UK. The United Kingdom's economy shrank by record 20.4% in April amid strict lockdown to combat COVID-19, revealed official data on June 12, 2020. The record slump in the economy is likely to be the low point before a long and slow recovery, as Britain readies to open up its economy. 11th one. PM Narendra Modi will be holding a high-level summit with the Prime Minister of which nation? The options are A. Japan, B. New Zealand, C. South Africa, D. Australia. 12th one. Which country had hosted FIFA Women's World Cup 2019? The options are A. Belgium, B. US, C. France, D. Germany. 11th one. PM Narendra Modi will be holding a high-level summit with the Prime Minister of which nation? The answer is D. Australia. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be holding an India-Australia virtual summit with Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison on June 4, 2020. The Australian Prime Minister was scheduled to visit India this year, but the visit could not take place. Hence, the two leaders decided to hold a virtual summit. 12th one. Which country had hosted FIFA Women's World Cup 2019? The answer is C. France. The Women's World Cup 2019 was hosted by France and it was a resounding success. The United States has beaten Netherlands with 2-0 to clinch their second consecutive World Cup title and fourth overall. 13th. Which nation is the smallest ever nation to secure a UNSC seat? The options are A. Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, B. Estonia, C. Tunisia, D. Niger. 14th. Indian runner Gomati Marimuthu has been banned from the sport for how many years for doping? The options are A. 5 years, B. 3 years, C. 4 years, D. 2 years. 13th. Which nation is the smallest ever nation to secure a UNSC seat? The answer is option A. Saint Vincent and the Grenadines. 5 nations including Vietnam, Niger, Estonia, Tunisia, Saint Vincent and the Grenadines were elected to the UNSC earlier this month for a 2-year term beginning January 2020. Saint Vincent and the Grenadines is the smallest ever nation to secure a UNSC seat. 14th. Indian runner Gomati Marimuthu has been banned from the sport for how many years for doping? The answer is C. 4 years. Asian Championship gold medalist Gomati Marimuthu has been banned from running for 4 years by the Athletics Integrity Unit AIU on June 12, 2020 for doping. She had won gold in the women's 800 meters race at the 2019 Asian Athletics Championship held in Doha, Qatar. 15th. When will UN Security Council elections be held? The options are A. June 17th, B. June 15th, C. June 30th, D. September 12th. 16th. According to the US, which nation remains safe haven for terror groups? The options are A. Iran, B. Israel, C. Pakistan, D. India. 15th. When will UN Security Council elections be held? The answer is A. June 17th. The UN Security Council elections for 5 non-permanent members will be held on June 17, 2020. France has taken over the presidency of the Council for the month of June. 16th. According to the US, which nation remains safe haven for terror groups? The answer is C. Pakistan. The US stated in its recent report that Pakistan continues to be a safe harbor for regionally focused terrorist groups. This was reported in the Annual Country Report on Terrorism by the US State Department. The report stated that Pakistan continues to allow terror groups such as Lashkar-e-Taiba (LET) and Jaish-e-Mohammed (JEM) to operate from its territory and target India. 17th. What was the theme of World Environment Day 2020? The options are A. Zero tolerance for the illegal wildlife trade. B. Beat plastic pollution. C. Connecting people to nature. D. Biodiversity. 18th. Which among the following international organizations has completed 75 years in 2020? The options are A. WHO, B. World Bank, C. UN, D. NATO. 17th. What was the theme of World Environment Day 2020? The answer is option D. Biodiversity. The theme of World Environment Day 2020 is biodiversity. The World Environment Day 2020 theme is extremely important, especially with the recent events of major bushfires in Australia, Brazil, and the United States. 18th. Which among the following international organizations has completed 75 years in 2020? The answer is option C. UN. The UN General Assembly session this year commemorates 75 years of the existence of United Nations. It would have seen high participation from leaders from 193 member states to mark the anniversary had there been no COVID-19 crisis. 19th. Which country has imposed lockdown in certain areas of its capital to contain new virus clusters, fueling fear of second wave of COVID-19 virus? The options are A. Japan, B. China, C. Italy, D. France. 20th. Fit India will be launching special films to promote how many indigenous sports of India? The options are A. 8, B. 15, C. 7, D. 10. 19th. Which country has imposed lockdown in certain areas of its capital to contain new virus clusters, fueling fear of a second wave of COVID-19 virus? The answer is option B. China. China is racing to control fresh coronavirus outbreak in Beijing after over 75 new cases were reported in the last 2 days. The new virus cluster is linked to a single wholesale food and meat market in Beijing. The concerned authorities have begun mass testing almost hundreds of people who had visited the Xinfadi wholesale market. 20th. Fit India will be launching special films to promote how many indigenous sports of India? The answer is option D. 10. Fit India, Sports Ministry's flagship program, along with the Department of School Education and Literacy, will launch a series of special films promoting 10 indigenous sports of India under the Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat initiative. The 10 indigenous sports to be covered in the series include shooting ball, roll ball, kabaddi, mallakhambh, squay, tangta, kho-kho, kalaripayattu, tug of war, and gatka. 21st. The AIIB approved how much loan to India on June 17, 2020? The options are A. USD 750 million, B. USD 500 million, C. USD 380 million, D. USD 450 million. 22nd. Who will launch Atmanirbhar Uttar Pradesh Rozgar Abhiyan? The options are option A. PM Narendra Modi, B. Yogi Adityanath, C. Piyush Goyal, D. Amit Shah. 21st, the AIIB approved how much loan to India on June 17, 2020? The answer is option A, USD 750 million. The Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank AIIB approved USD 750 million worth loan to India on June 17, 2020. The fund granted will be used by the Indian government to strengthen battle against the impact of COVID-19 on the poor and vulnerable. 22nd, who will launch Atmanirbhar Uttar Pradesh Rozgar Abhiyan? The answer is option A, PM Narendra Modi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch Atmanirbhar Uttar Pradesh Rozgar Abhiyan on June 26, 2020 through video conference. The UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and other ministers of the state will also be present in the virtual launch. 23rd, the government has declared Kushinagar Airport as an international airport. The airport is located in which state? The options are A. Jharkhand, B. Bihar, C. Uttar Pradesh, D. Madhya Pradesh. 24th, which Indian state has announced Gotan Nyay Yojana to procure cow dung from cattle owners? The options are A. Jharkhand, B. Chhattisgarh, C. Bihar, D. Odisha. 23rd, the government has declared Kushinagar Airport as an international airport. The airport is located in which state? The answer is option C, Uttar Pradesh. The Union Cabinet meeting, which was chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on June 24th, has approved the declaration of Kushinagar Airport in Uttar Pradesh as an international airport. 24th, which Indian state has announced Gotan Nyay Yojana to procure cow dung from cattle owners? The answer is option D, Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel announced the launch of Godan Nyay Yojana in the state on June 25, 2020. Under the scheme, the state will procure cow dung from livestock owners at a fixed procurement rate to make a minimal husbandry commercially profitable, prevent open grazing by cattle, and solve the problem of stray animals on roads and for environmental conservation. 25th, the UNSC will elect how many non-permanent members on June 17th? The options are A. 6, B. 3, C. 4, D. 5. 25th, the UNSC will elect how many non-permanent members on June 17th? The answer is D. 5. The United Nations Security Council UNSC will elect 5 new non-permanent members to the Council on June 17, 2020. France took over the presidency of the powerful 15-member Security Council for the month of June. India is expected to be elected to the Council unopposed.
Dhanyavad. Thank you. If you like this video, do like, subscribe and share. See you in the next one. Bye bye.